So this is Play's top 10 most wanted PS4 games.
Yes.
You may have seen in the magazine that we've done a huge sort of 50 most wanted roundup. For the disc, we decided to cut it down, focus on like the key 10, the 10 games we're most looking forward to playing. So first up is Infamous Second Son, one of the soonest on our list. I think this should be out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
This.
I just want to elaborate, by the way, that the decision to cut from 50 down to 10 games has absolutely nothing to do with the storage size of a DVD and the difficulty in capturing 50 games worth of footage.
No.
Not at all.
It's a purely editorial decision.
Yeah. Infamous Second Son is interesting because to begin with, I was like, nah. 'Cause I like Infamous, I do, but it's just always felt like a very B-tier franchise to me. But the more I see this, the more it really looks good.
Mm-hmm.
I still hate that guy.
Yeah,
but
I know. He has good powers, though.
he does have good power. He has all the powers.
Exactly.
That's the thing. We've only seen smoke and neon powers so far.
But there are a bunch more.
They're saying there's loads more, and it just looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it would probably be the first proper open world, awesome game. But speaking of open world,
there you
awesome
go.
game.
What a link.
Yeah. Here's The Witcher 3, which is pretty much going to be the best RPG on the console because
The only RPG on the console.
Yeah, it's made by CD Projekt Red, who made The Witcher 1 and 2, which are bloody good.
Yeah.
If you're used to Skyrim, then son, you're in for a world of change. Because The Witcher is like Skyrim if it was made for hard bastards.
And this is even bigger than Skyrim, isn't it?
Yeah. They've gone fully open world with it this time.
Yeah.
The last two were kind of halfway between open world and more linear.
Yeah.
But yeah, CDPR are great at writing. They're just great. They make really good games, and this is the first time that
First time on PlayStation, right?
Well, yeah, the first time that they're developing with the console in mind, rather than going, we'll just port it later on. So hopefully it'll run well, handle well. Yeah, one of my most
Fingers
excited.
crossed, man. This is one of my most excited, actually. This is The Division. Carrying the Tom Clancy name, but not a lot like the Clancy games you may have played in the past. This one's a lot more like Borderlands, kind of. There's loot drops. There's much more emphasis on kind of co-op and RPG elements. And yeah, just everything we've seen so far looks absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I don't really think it's a surprise that this is pushed back to 2015.
Was that confirmed?
I think it was, wasn't it? But, regardless, I'm happy to wait.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I understand people wanting to get things early, but something that looks this nice and something that has this much potential, it's going to take a while, and that's fine. Just the really interesting things like the online functionality that, again, is kind of like an MMO in a way, but...
A bit like Destiny.
Yeah, and it just... it looks outstanding. Also, anything that has little numbers appearing when enemies get shot,
it's always
all right with me. But this people were kind of going, this is proper next gen, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It was Watch Dogs to begin with, then this, and they are the games of next gen. And now we've got Drive Club, which should have been here. Well, we don't.
Yeah.
Okay, you should have been here ages ago, but
I'm starting to wonder if Drive Club even exists.
You're watching it right now.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mythological... It's like The Last Guardian. It's like the development team of Drive Club is just like kicking back, eating donuts. They're like, just make a 5-minute tech demo so people think we're still doing it. No,
I think it probably is coming.
Yeah,
and but it's the social integration stuff. The way this game's going to really show off kind of the share button and the social connectivity of the PS4. That's what makes it a really exciting prospect.
Yeah, and because it's going to be free to begin with on PS Plus, that'll help massively, just because there's going to be a hell of a lot of people playing it, which will really help.
For any game with leaderboards, that's always a massive bonus.
Yeah, exactly. We still don't know when it's coming,
but it's fairly soon, I think. I think it's safe to assume it'll be sort of this side of Q1, Q2.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of racing games,
here's Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
I'm well up for this. After playing Lightning Returns, kind of, and seeing that Square can do kind of this action-based RPG stuff really well. I knew they could from Kingdom Hearts, really, but Lightning Returns is even more sort of technical and actually impressive on that level. So that's got me super pumped for this, because that's exactly where they're going with this. But it's got the party sort of system back, but still got that kind of Lightning Returns emphasis on just running around fighting things at super fast speed, looking cool.
It looks so rad, doesn't it?
Awesome, yeah.
Like a little part of me hates what Final Fantasy has become. because I love traditional JRPGs, and I thought 13 was a bit crap. But at the same time, it just looks so good. And like you said, Square Enix have proven that they can do action RPGs.
Well, they seem to be focusing their kind of the action side of things is now Final Fantasy, but they've still got the traditional side of things with Dragon Quest.
Yeah, and obviously all the Final Fantasy spin-offs like Bravely Default and stuff, which is more traditional. And I understand that they constantly want to kind of be pushing things forward with Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
And man, if they're going to do that, then I want to play as that guy, by the way, the guy with the mullet and the tattoos.
Yeah, you may well get to.
Yeah, that game's going to be awesome.
And you probably played a lot of shooters in your time, but have you played one where thousands of people are fighting at the same time?
Yeah, it's called Mag.
There weren't thousands of players in Mag.
No.
There were never more than about 8 people playing.
Yeah, that was a funny game. Anyway, this is PlanetSide 2, which is like Mag in concept, but bigger and actually not rubbish.
And free.
Yeah, that helps. It should be on PS4 pretty soon, actually. I know Sony have said they don't want to rush it, they want to do it right. But considering this is a game that's already been on PC for over a year, it's not like they've got to make the whole bloody thing. They've just got to port it over and make sure it works. Yeah, I'm really excited because it's just like Battlefield, basically. So you got to capture points on the maps, and there are vehicles. And all of this, but it's bloody huge.
It's the scale, isn't it? That's the big thing with this.
Huge, and it's sci-fi. And speaking of sci-fi,
here's a man with a phone.
Here's John Cusack in a dapper leather jacket in another game that I'm starting to wonder if is actually fictitious or not.
It's a weird one, isn't it? Like again, what was it? E3 2012 it was announced?
Yeah.
And yeah, every time it's just slipped a little bit, and yeah, still not here.
I'd kind of prefer with things like that if they just said to begin with it's going to be a few years.
Yeah.
It is getting people's hopes up and then letting them down is kind of worse in a way. But regardless, this is still probably like one of the most anticipated games among most people.
Yeah, before it was delayed, I think it was the most pre-ordered game.
Yeah. Just because of what it represents, it's an open world shooter basically, but it's just got so many things theoretically that you just can't do on consoles right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're trying. We've seen the dog ugly PS3 version. Lord knows they're trying. But yeah, just things like being able to hack every electronic device.
Again, the multiplayer as well.
Yeah, concepts that we still don't know whether they'll follow up on, but all the potential in the world.
Yeah. Good pedigree behind it.
Yeah.
As with
Speaking of games with good pedigrees behind them, here's a game made by Bungie who make bloody great games.
Yep. And now they've made one that's a bit like Borderlands, so they've got me absolutely interested.
Yeah, they've made a game that's like Halo, but it's an MMO, and enemies have health bars now, which is the best thing in the world. I love it when enemies have health bars. Oh man, this, like, seriously, I could watch footage of this game. I mean, I'd rather play it all day.
That would be nice.
If I had the choice.
No, it is.
MMO
It's
Halo.
way up there for me. Yeah.
MMO Halo, baby.
The number
I cannot wait.
When I look at my Borderlands 2 save and my playtime is measured in weeks now, I know I'm going to get a lot of time.
Yeah. Weeks.
Yeah.
That's not even online either.
It went from hours to days, and now it's on weeks.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
But
I'm a sucker for things like this.
Yeah, but yeah, if you like World of Warcraft or Borderlands or Halo or good games, then you are gonna like.
That's pretty open, really, isn't it? Everyone can have a piece of this because it's going to be excellent. There's no way it can fail, as far as I'm concerned.
No, it's made by Bungie. Like, Bungie are great. If Bungie decided to make Cooking Mama spin-off, it would be the best bloody Cooking Mama spin-off we've ever seen.
Yeah, it's going into beta in the next couple of months, so if you get a pre-order in early, you should be able to get on the beta.
Yes.
Which is good news indeed to get to play early, which is lovely.
Can never be broken.
This one, though, you might not get to play for a while, I'm afraid.
No.
Because all they've announced of Uncharted so far is
Cartography.
Is Uncharted. Yeah. It's the name. It's the franchise. Yeah.
Speaking of maps, is I mean, everyone was kind of going on about how it's Uncharted 4, weren't they? When it was first announced. Is it?
Yeah.
Because at no point do they say Uncharted 4.
No. In fact, it just says Uncharted.
Yeah. I'd like a gritty reboot, personally.
No. Stop it.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that. I would like a new Uncharted game though, which
Well, you'll get
luckily-
one.
Yeah.
You'll get one soon-ish, maybe.
This is why PlayStation is better, because Naughty Dog.
Yeah. One of the best names in the business by a long shot.
Yeah.
Love it.
I would like it if they got the Crash license back.
It's not going to happen though, is it?
Uh,
And finally, we have some more Metal Gear, because we can never have enough Metal Gear.
yeah.
So we thought
Phantom Pain.
we'd go for some Phantom Pain this time rather than Ground Zeroes, as there's already about 18 hours of Ground Zeroes footage on this disc.
Phantom Pain, of course, referring to the feeling that people who have lost limbs get when it feels like the limb's still there. And obviously Snake's lost a hand, so it's all, oh, wow, Kojima,
Yeah.
you're blowing my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really. It's about as subtle as a kick to the face. But welcome to Metal Gear Solid.
And what
Hooray.
better way to play out this video than a wonderful, wonderfully pompous fucking ending sequence? This trailer, the full 9-minute version, amazing.
It's pretty much the best trailer I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I'm not even like over exaggerating.
No.
There. It is like the full 9-minute Red Band one. It's just like the best trailer ever, where it starts with the kind of meaningful music and the horrible things happening.
Yeah.
And then it just goes full James Bond. And there's some woman crooning over the top, and it's super awesome. And then it tells you that there's a character called Code Talker,
Yeah.
and you remember that this is still Kojima.
And Quiet, don't forget.
Yes, of course, Quiet, who apparently doesn't wear any clothes because it's really hot in the desert.
Well, yeah.
So we should probably go to the desert and tell all these people wearing these robes that is apparently not the right way to keep cool. No. Just strip off and get sunburnt to hell.
Bikinis. Oh,
Yeah.
That's fine. But no, this is going to be big, but it's going to be a way off, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, a small part of me hopes that we'll get it this Christmas, but I think it's more likely.
That small part of you is
2015.
incredibly optimistic.
Yeah. Oh, Snake. And there's Snake theoretically shooting a cage full of innocent people. Oh, man. It's the best trailer. It's so good. Best trailer for the best game, I'm hoping.
Yeah, well, that's the hope, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Kojima's really not let us down in terms of Metal Gear games, hence why we're getting so excited about both Ground Zeroes and the Phantom Pain. And yeah, hopes are high that this continues. Maybe the last one, though?
No. Unlikely.
Yeah.